The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Houston Cougars offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Finds a man on the right. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again. Running to Green. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Cougars! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to...
There he goes! Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Trying play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is a team that's starting to peak at the right time. They're building momentum, building confidence, stacking these wins. They want to put another one in the W column here today, David.
And this is why we love the expansion of the college football playoff. Sometimes you get hot at the right time. Like late in the season, and you look like a team that can do some damage, and then you get to that moment and you get the opportunity now. So keep putting it together and see what happens.
Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Houston going up tempo.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield, it's Ortiz. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Cougars getting set on 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Cougars just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Caught in the backfield. It's Adams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Scanning the field, it's Ortiz. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Houston! Hello!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Right down the middle. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gets it out quickly. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by just 2 over UCLA. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Houston wants to play fast. Rides the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense lining up quickly. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Adams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll run it from the gun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Ortiz. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Ortiz. spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Houston going up tempo. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Adams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punt is on its way. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They're working that left side. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. They'll throw on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got the quick pass. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. trailing by a couple of scores. They'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Miranda. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Easy completion on the shuffle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Power football with the run. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Houston wants to play fast. Back to throw, it's Ortiz. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Looking to buy time. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third down, he drops to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Got it in the middle. It's Luna. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. The corners are walked up tight. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play call, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The play action fake. This one's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Miranda. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Petty. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Pass completion, moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Miranda. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Irish. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball, when the ball moves.
There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Hands it off on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Luna. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Miranda. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Under fire! And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got